Good morning. I haven't been up, maybe, I don't know, not too long. Let me flip this around. Gina, can you tell us what you're talking about? I saw the orb. I popped up out of bed, is what I did. I popped completely up out of that bed, and I had the words flow in my mind. Okay, that's what happened. They flowed into my mind. It was words from this Bible. And I walked over and I lit that little tea candle on my candle thing is what I did. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. I lit the little candle on the tea thing, you know, that little thing. But as soon as I popped up, it was the words. I know the plans that I have for you. And they kept popping in my mind all within that 1 minute time span as I walked over to decide to light that camera. Hold on, Rosie's making noise. She wants to come up here. Hold on. Rosie, honey, come on. You can come in here. You can be part of my plan. You want to be part of my plan? Okay, no, you're not. Okay, she's not coming up here. I thought I heard her scratching you all. Gina, what are you doing? You all, I'm back. Wait, how's this camera plant? Okay, okay, I'm back. Hello, Dragonfly. I heard the words. So, I said them. And, I was walking toward the door of my bedroom down there, and I kept repeating them. And then I saw the flame. I saw the orb appear. And then the orb, I said it again, and the orb just flashed up with all these rings, golden rings around it. Golden rings all around the orb. It was round, it was golden all along the edge, and then bands of rings on the inside of it. And I kept looking at it and I kept saying it, and it got bigger. It got bigger. That's what it did. Gina, I don't know what you're talking about. Just think of a circle with a twirl, that big rings all in the circle, because that's what happened. I've never seen an orb like that before manifest itself on my candle. Now my candle, mind you, Gina, what are you talking about? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. You hear? Now my candle, my tea candle downstairs is sitting on the other one of these right here. Now this was the one that formed a candle, a holder upstairs, but the one downstairs, it doesn't have the wax that dripped on it. It don't have this. It was just open, and I stuck a tea candle on it, is what I did. And I lit it. Oh, I'm supposed to be drawing it. Okay. This, it was the tea candle was like this. It got, I lit it, and I woke up the words, I know the plans that I have for you. Then I looked around it, and then all of a sudden, this happened. Like this. The orb appeared from the flame. This is the flame. And then it had a ring, then it had another ring, then it had another ring, and it had another ring. The rings were inside the orb. At first it was the orb. Then I just kept repeating, and then it just went pop. It popped right out with all those rings all around it. Big bands. It was as big as my hand. And I was able to stand there and just stare at it. And it was moving. It was moving. It worked its way right all up. It stood right there, right over top that flame on that candle. A ring, an orb with rings all around it. Golden. There were spaces in between the rings. I could see the golden rings. And in between that, there was like, this is weird. It's like a shadow, a dark, like a light shadow, darkness shadow. Then another golden ring and another golden ring. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. At least four. At least 4 wide bands. They were wide. They were as wide as this pencil. and it was golden with rings all in it. When I said those words from him, Gina, can you please do it? Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna try to open this up and try to go to Jeremiah. This is the old Bible that I found on the side of the road, and I'm gonna try to open it up. Just hold on 1 second, you all. I got to get myself situated. I got to get over to Jeremiah. Now I couldn't tell you where the Jeremiah's at. Who is this? The feeding of Moses. The expulsion from the garden. All right, Jeremiah. I know it's a big book, you all. Can somebody tell me where it's located in the Old Testament? Ooh, Gina, you got to be careful. This is the most fragile thing. Good morning. Now, I'll tell myself where it's at. I can look for it to see where it's located. It's the man. This is the 1899 Bible. Not 1899. I've got myself all excited. See, it's got the ancient writings in it. I'm going to find the book of Jeremiah because I said those words as soon as it popped in my mind. I said those words. I lit this little tea candle and the orb appeared. Jeremiah, okay, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Song of Solomon, Isaiah. Okay. We can get to it, you all. It's 1611 on the one side and it's 1885 on the other side. Hello. So I'm going to Jeremiah. I'm going to go past the Lamentations. So the time of Lamentations is over. The time of Lamentations is over. Have you ever been in that lamentation-like spirit and you literally have the lamentations coming out of your being and they sound like they came straight out of the Bible? Really, I'm serious. The book of Lamentations. The Lamentations are over. You got the judges now. You got the judge coming into play. That's right, Gina. We don't. Yes, you do. You got the judge who sits on the throne, who's just. You got the story of Ruth. That's what, Gina. That's you. Got the story of Ruth now. You know what happened to Ruth. You know what happened to Ruth. Okay, now we're into Samuel. I'm getting to the Jeremiah, the orb. You just tuning in. I lit a candle. I woke up with the words in my mind. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. So I have the twin to this one. Downstairs on a Bible case that my dad made of stained glass with a dove on it. I think it's a dove. Might be a flower. And I put a tea candle in it. And I lit it. The tea candle was already sitting in it. No, I did. I took a new one. I set it on top of it and lit it. And I walked toward the bedroom door down there. And I opened the door. I did. I looked back at that flame and I said it again. I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. An orb appeared. Then I said it again and a great big ringed orb popped. It literally, this is the only way I can describe it. It popped on top of the candle flame. Popped itself up with bands, ring bands, all on the inside of it. It's golden ring bands, ring of fire, all on the inside. That's there's yeah, ring of fire, all on the inside of it. Ring bands of fire. And I thought, no, it was there, you all. I got to get to the book of Jeremiah. I got to get past the Lamentations. That lamentation period is over. I got to be delicate because this is a 1611 on this side and a 1885 on this side. If have you ever seen a ringed orb with fire bands all around it? Fire bands all around the ring of it on the inside, and it got big as my hand. It did. Well, something manifested from those words. I'm at Nehemiah now. We got to come to Nehemiah. I couldn't tell you what Nehemiah was about. I didn't read it. We got the book of Esther. We like you, Queen Esther. That's right. We like the best queen in the Bible, Queen Esther. You know what happened to her. That's right. You know what Job went through. And the latter half of his life was better than the beginning. It was better than the beginning. Let's come over to the book of Job. I got to do this really careful. Okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, Gina, you're in the book of Psalms. We're in the book of Psalms. In all the land, there were no women found as fair as the daughters of Job, and their father gave them inheritance among the brothers. After this, Job lived 140 years, 140, and he saw his sons and his sons, and I can't read that word, 4 generations. Boom. He died being old and full of days. I gotta get past the book of Lamentations. It's past Psalms. I gotta get past Isaiah 114, you all. You just tuning in. I woke up out of bed. Gina, how many times you repeated, well, there's people coming in here. I woke up out of bed with the words, I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. And I popped up out of bed. And so I walked over to a candle, a little tea candle, put it on top of my twin candle thing, and I lit it. And then I took my cell phone and my laptop, and I stood at the doorway of my door. I already opened it, and I looked at it. An orb appeared, just a regular orb. And then I said it again, because as soon as I said it, the orb appeared immediately. It was semi-solid. And then I said it again. I kept repeating, I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. And the one with the rings, it just popped, just like that. Popped up with fire rings all on the inside of it. Around 4, could have been more. And it just stood there. It was hanging low a little, and then it popped itself right in front there. And it was growing. But bands of fire rings all on the inside of that orb that appeared over the candle. I'm still in the book of Ecclesiastes. I got to get to Jeremiah. And okay, you got you, Jeremiah. We got a 16:11. I'm going to have to turn on the light, because I'm not going to be able to see you. I'm going to get me some light. That's a lot better, Gina. You got to have the light in order to see through the dark. If this thing will even focus. Oh, this thing doesn't like the light. Why don't you like the light? Okay, Jeremiah 9. Going to come to it, you all, if you're just tuning in. This is the old Bible. I was going to get the Bible that had the verse on it. I was, but I couldn't find the one. I think I put it in a suitcase or something. Okay, I'm going to try to get it over here. How we already jumped already to 54? No. I got to go slow, you all. We got 51. I was probably on it, and I was probably looking at the Roman numerals, and I was getting confused. Okay, because I'm not good at Roman numerals anymore. Okay, I'm passing it up, but I'm going to get there, you all. I get into the Jeremiah. I'm going to read it because it caused a fire ring of orb with fire rings all in it appear. Jeremiah. And they're going to read it. As soon as I pop over to it. Okay. These are the words of the letter of Jeremiah the prophet. Okay, we got it. So we're going to get over to channel. We're going to get right on the right channel. Okay. Oh my gosh. What? I've already forgot it. Let me look at it. It's Jeremiah 11. I hope I'm in the right place. I really do. Is it not? Okay, we got it. Let's see if we can get it. All right. Look at this. For thus saith the Lord. This is Jeremiah 8. First you got to do. Seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Lord for it. Pray in the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, God of Israel, let not your prophets or your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken unto your dreams which ye cause to be dreamed. For they prophesy falsely unto you, and in my name I have not sent them, saith the Lord. For thus saith the Lord, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you, and perform my good word toward you in causing you to return to this place. We're in the 16:11. I'm trying to read it, you all. I know my hand is on the way. For I know the plans. Can y'all see it? I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me, and when ye shall search for me with all your heart, and I will be found of you, saith the Lord, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations, from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Lord, and I will bring you again into the place from whence I caused you to be carried captive, because you have said, the Lord has raised up prophets in Babylon. I know thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel, sitteth on the throne of David, and all the people that dwelleth in the city of your brethren that are gone forth with you into captivity. I will send upon them the sword of the famine, the pestilence. I will make them like vile figs that cannot be eaten, you all. Now let me tell you this. How come this don't say nothing about, I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. See, it's not even in that right there. Why is it? I do know that it says like this. Let's look at what he says. For I know the thoughts. God is telling you this. Listen to it. Gina, you listen. Quit telling us to listen. Okay. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. I know the thoughts that I think toward you. God does have thoughts that he thinks toward us, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace. A peace is a peace that passes all understanding. That's what God would love to have that. He's got thoughts of peace for us. Okay, we got it. And not of evil. He don't got no thoughts of evil toward you, you all. It's just peace. It's peace from here on out. When his word is sent out, it's peace from here on out. Because he's not thinking evil of you. To give you an expected end. And that expected end is going to be a good end. Let me see this. Okay, I think they're both the same on both sides of the thing. All right. Then shall ye call upon me. You can pray to the Lord. Your heart's going to cry out. And ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. I will hear your voice with that frequency coming out of your heart. I'm going to hear it because I know the thoughts that I have toward you for peace. Peace and not evil. Okay, we got it. And ye shall seek me and find me. What you seek, you're going to find. When ye shall search for me with all your heart. You got to get it. Lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. He said, with all your heart. Throw that ego out. Say, get out of here. I don't need you. I'm searching for God with all my heart. That's right. So this is what happened. With all your heart, and I will be found of you, saith the Lord. I will turn away your captivity. You going through something, he's going to get rid of it. He's going to gather from all nations, all places, driven, saith the Lord, cause you to be carried away. The Lord has raised his prophet. There you go, you all. So it's the Jeremiah 11 that popped into my mind, Gina, that says, in other versions, I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. You know how it goes. But I don't got a Bible setting right here to look at other than this one right here, the great big Bible. But a flame, I lit a flame, and it was the twin. It's the twin holder to this right here. I have a twin candle holder in the basement, in the bedroom down there. And it don't have the candle drip on it, but I set a tea candle on it like this. And I woke up with the words in my mind. I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Because he's got good thoughts. Good thoughts. He's got plans of peace and not evil. That's right. So that pop in my mind, and I walk over and light a candle. A little tea candle. And I walk toward the door and I open it and I look back at it. The orb pops up immediately. When I say that in my mind, I could have even verbalized it. I can't remember. But I thought, wow, it popped up automatically. And then I kept saying it. I kept saying it. I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans for a future. I can say any good I want to because God has promised good. So I can say it. Even though I don't know exactly the words, I can say, Lord, I know you got good for me and you don't want to see me cry. You want to see me be happy. You want to clear the way. You want to give me a bright future. You want to want me to prosper, want me to be full of happiness. And you want that for all your children because you don't have thoughts of evil because our hearts cried out to you with all our hearts. We search for you with all our hearts. And we laid them bare right there. So, Gina, can you get to it? I'm trying to get to it. I kept saying that. I know the plans that I have for you. Then the ringed orb popped. It popped. Ring of fire. There was fire rings inside the orb on the candle. First, when it happened, they appeared sort of at a tilt. Then I kept looking and I kept saying it, and they raised themselves up and they got bigger and bigger. And the bands of fire that was in that ring were this wide. And in between them, there was gaps. It was dark in between the gaps. But they were fire rings in an orb. And it was like, it was golden fire. It was really beautiful. I stood there and I kept saying it because I never seen one like that in my life. I immediately felt like, wow, there is a ton of frequency within that. A ton of it. It's fire rings inside the orb, you all. As I had the door open and getting ready to walk out of that bedroom door, boom, it popped. Kept saying it. And I had a wow moment. A wow moment, you all, is what I had. I thought, wow. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then I thought, I'm not going to get me nothing to drink. I'm going to come upstairs. I'm going to do a live video while it's still fresh on my mind, while I'm still in that stage of excitement. Still in that stage of excitement, you all. That's right. You can take him for his word. And truly, when you pray, you got to mean it from the heart. Let me say it. Dear Lord Jesus, thank you for always being there for us. Thank you for having good thoughts toward us and not evil thoughts. Thank you for having plans for a future, a bright future for all of us who seek you with all of our heart, because that's what you want. Then you know that we got everything else out of the way, and we know that there's no other one to pray to but you, because everything else failed. Everything else failed. Anything we tried to do, anybody else we tried to put our faith in or trust in, it failed miserably, and we even failed ourselves. So I pray that you would... oh, Lord, may you make your presence known in everybody's heart, Lord Jesus, because you do. You want your presence known, and you want them to know, and you want me to know, Gina, honey. You got to put the fire rings on that candle. I'm still on the throne. I'm still doing the miracles. He's still doing miracles. I pray right now, may you give peace that passes all understanding to everybody's heart who's been crying out to you, and may you start opening the doors, clearing the way, clearing the evil out of the way, all the bad out of their life that has been really weighing them down. Get rid of them. And may you strengthen them on the inside. In the name of precious Jesus, amen. You guys, it's wild. It was so wild. It's still in awe. I am in awe. I am. A ring of fire orb appeared. When I said those words were on fire. They carry the fire of God with them, you all. Is what they do. The fire of God. The band of rings. Gina, you're making it up. No, I'm not making it up. It came automatically up here. If I'm making something up, then I'm lying, and I'm not going to lie. Absolutely. You think I'm going to lie against God or no. I better end it now then if I'm going to lie against God, because no. Wow, it popped up. As soon as I said the words, got out of the bed with the verses in my mind. I know the plans that I have for you, declare the Lord. Plans for a future. I put the candle on there and I light it. Brand new candle. Walk toward the door. Open it. Look. Say it again in my mind. and the orb appears, semi-solid. And then I keep saying it. Then I said it on the second time, third time, it popped. The rings of fire all inside of an orb. You couldn't see through those fire rings. You could see like the little gaps. It's like, hello, I hear what you're saying. This is your confirmation, Gina, honey, because I sat and stared at it. It got big. It's bigger than my hand. And it took me a second. Just stood there for around 30 seconds staring at it. It kept its form. Then and then it went into a single flame again. Single flame, just like that. One single flame. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, don't you ever give up hope. If you got your prayers going up, send them up. They may not happen when you want them to happen. They may not happen the way you want them to happen. They may not happen in the way he's going to answer your prayers. And some prayers he ain't going to answer because he knows, because you're crying from your heart, that you may want something, but he's going to give you the very best. And that's why your prayer ain't going to get answered. He's going to give you the very best because your intentions are pure. That's right, because what you prayed for may not have been what you needed, and he's going to make it so. So don't get upset if you're praying for one thing from your heart, because your heart knows better when it's connected. That frequency, it knows what's best. Don't get upset if your prayers aren't answered the way you want them to, the exact way you want them to, and when you want them to, and how you want them to, and who is involved. Don't you dare get upset, you all, because it ain't none of your business. When you give it over to God, you release control of it. Control. So I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. And thank you all. Love you.